fat fucking man.
A fat man?
I'm just saying what everybody.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be watching the most delusional 304 women out there who think their physical appearance is on the same level as the world's most beautiful models.
Ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, we can do that.
When someone is asked this question, what would the average person reply? They might think they're a 7 or maybe an 8. Someone who is a solid 10 is definitely not sitting with a bunch of people doing podcasts in an attempt to increase their OF following. Am I right?
Go ahead, Avery.
6.5.
1.
What? Come on. 1?
I mean, isn't this a humbleness test? Like you say something over 6 and they humble you anyway?
Yeah, but
Is that too low? 5.
What? I mean, now it just seems like you're wanting to give me the answer that you think we want to hear, but what do you genuinely, what's your own self-assessment of your physical appearance?
I don't know if I self-assess in that quantitative of a way. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You look at us all and you already have a number in your head.
Well, I want to give you guys more of a look over, but
I think
I
it's a
could
simple
assign.
question.
I suppose I could assign like a number. Yes, 1 to 10. I don't intend to do it unless you guys ask me to. But
I feel like just rate yourself like
well,
today. Like,
we'll go around the
what do you feel
table.
like right now?
5.
Sure. What about you?
7. I'm not humbling myself, but not
Sure.
everybody's perfect. Like,
Okay.
no matter what they say.
I feel like it just depends on the day, but today it's like a 6.
Like a 6.
It's on a sliding scale per
I
day.
don't know. 5.
I feel like it depends on the time of day and what day, but
Today, this day, May 7th.
probably a 7.
What about like around twilight? Is it
Okay,
higher
I
or
mean
lower?
like when I'm just waking up in the morning, because we can go from 2 to 7.
No, like the
2
evening
to 7.
twilight.
Uh-huh.
In twilight.
Like the twilight
7.
time?
7.
So better
Okay.
lighting that works for you.
Better
Like
lighting.
golden
7.5.
golden
The
hour.
golden hour.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I kind of like the scale thing too, but I guess I'll say like a 7.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Stifler, for that.
While it can be argued that these women are not really what they feel like, it is commendable that they have been honest and not delusional with whatever their idea of beauty is. These women seem to be normal, right? At least I think so. Now let me introduce you to another bunch of characters. Let's see what they rate themselves.
Ask everyone to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's do that.
10.
Kiko, so okay, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
10.
A fat fucking man.
A fat man?
I'm just saying what everybody in the comments is gonna say. Be like, oh yeah, she's a fat fucking man. Be like, period.
Is there a comma somewhere in that statement?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
What was said was said.
Yeah. I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
Okay.
Period.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
10. Answer
Were
stays
you
the same.
Were you a 10 last time?
Yeah, I was a 10 last
Okay.
time.
Billy Ray.
We
We should have waited till Deborah was back, but
We'll come back to her. I feel like I'm a 6.7.
Dude, why the fuck would you ever say something like
3 out of 5 said they're the perfect 10. Yes, in terms of their delusion, they're 100% correct. The only honest woman who rated herself a 6.7 got shouted at by the supposed 10. And the best part? It came from the ugliest of them all. If you think that it's just the 3 of them in their fantasy world, you might be surprised to know that there are a lot more.
Fleur, ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, we can do that. Go ahead. What about you?
I think like a 7.5, 8.
Okay.
I think I'm a 10
Wait,
in the
can we just have
Midwest.
you scoot into the table so you're not like leaning back?
Depends on the city. In LA,
Yeah.
the number goes down.
Okay, let's say you're in like a international hub somewhere. I don't know.
International hub?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Like LA, for example. I don't on a good day, a solid, like a strong 8.
Okay.
I would call myself a 10, but that's because no matter who it is, like no one's ever gonna think I'm the prettiest girl, or like there's always gonna be somebody that thinks I'm ugly. So I'm just gonna call myself a 10 and be happy with that.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
Not
sure.
everybody likes me. Not everybody has to.
Okay, we'll let everybody answer. Go ahead.
I'd give myself an 8.
If I was down south or in the Midwest, I'd be Beyonce. But here in LA, you feel me? It really just depends on what part of, well, we're in Santa Barbara, but I'm from LA, I'm from the hood. So in the hood, I'm definitely a 10. You feel me? But when you go to Beverly Hills, stuff like that, you fat, you got a belly, little fupa, then yeah, your number go way down. So Beverly Hills versus the hood, let me know.
More to love, baby. More to love. I would rate myself like a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
I'd probably give myself a 6.5 or a 7. I think it depends on the city and state too. Like in Florida, maybe like a 7, but here in California, maybe like a 6.5.
Yeah, I think I'm 6.5. I think that's about accurate. You guys are kind of changing my mind.
I think he has a low ball, but
I was gonna say like a
Some real
7 or
beautiful-
8, but I'm gonna go with the 8.
I say 5. I think I'm an average chick. No, I don't.
Pretty, no.
What? That doesn't mean. I don't think there's anything wrong with average.
We're talking about looks alone.
Looks
Yeah,
alone.
just
We're not
looks.
gonna
Just
overrate
looks.
it. I mean, I think like there's nothing wrong with being average. I think if you take 10 girls at the table, like half of us probably are average.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pearl. At least one of them has a functioning brain. Further into the conversation, Pearl totally tears them apart and calls them out on their delusion. Check this out.
I'm going to
Hold on.
base what I think of myself on what anybody else thinks of me. I look in the mirror every day and I like what I see.
Yeah, but that's
So-
delusional. though.
But it's,
like, we have to-
it's
we have
true.
to-
I
we
like
have
what
to
I
have
see in the
reality.
mirror. So
Like,
in
we
my
just gotta-
mind,
Okay, then
I see
okay.
myself
In
as
my
a 10.
mind, in
I'm
my
not
mind,
saying that you have to see
in
me
my
as a 10.
mind,
You
in
might
my
see me as a
mind,
3.
in
It
my
doesn't
mind,
change
I'm a
how
millionaire.
I see myself.
In my mind, I'm a millionaire and a PhD in my mind, and I feel like that, so therefore I am.
That's a
Just
little
because
different.
you
Depends
like
on the
what-
country,
just because
too.
you like what you
There
see in the mirror, also that
Yeah,
doesn't
but
mean that you're a 10. A 10 is saying you are absolutely perfect. So you're saying you don't have any acne, your hair is perfect every single day, like you're in the best shape of your life. You're saying you have absolutely nothing that you think you can improve on yourself.